In 2018, John Mayer and PRS teamed up to shock the guitar world. They released the iconic PRS Silver Sky model. This model went on to divide the internet, and it was so popular that in 2021 they released an SE version from the Far East. Well, in today's video we have an American-made one and we have one from the SE line, and we're going to put them head to head. So without further ado, sit back and relax and let's get straight into this PRS Silver Sky comparison. Hello guitarists, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Keightley, and before we get into this video, I owe you guys a massive thank you. Yesterday we hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel, and we're so grateful to everybody that watches these videos. I started this YouTube channel full-time about a year ago. The Squealing Pig Guitar channel's been around for a few years, but a year ago I moved here to Nottingham to kind of pursue this full-time and really put all my time into this YouTube channel. So thank you so much to everybody that likes, subscribes, hypes these videos, leaves your comments down below. It really does make my day, and I guess our next goal will be 100,000 subscribers, so make sure to share the video, comment down below, all that good stuff. It really helps these videos get out there. But back onto the video. Today we're doing a very popular comparison of the PRS Silver Sky. We basically have an American-made one down here, and we're going to be comparing it with the SE version. So let's not dawdle any further and get straight into it. So the first comparison today is going to be about price. How much do these two guitars cost? Well, as of 2025, or as we're filming this video, you can pick up an American PRS Silver Sky for about £2,499. That's the kind of new price we've seen on many retailers, including Anderton's, Peach Guitars. And then an SE version you can pick up for about £599, just under £600. Of course, on the second-hand market, you could easily pick up an SE for about £400, £500. So that's a little bit of reference price for you. Obviously, the American one is a lot more expensive than the SE one. So you might be asking, what is the main difference between these two guitars? Obviously, visually speaking, they look very, very similar. But as we bring them closer to the camera, you might see the little differences. So let's grab them now. So of course, the two guitars are in different colors, but obviously that doesn't really represent anything that's going on internally. So from first inspection, both these guitars look pretty much the same. They have the PRS birds, they've got a 3-ply pick guard, they look like Strats that have been made in the PRS factory. But of course, there's a few differences between these two guitars. First off, obviously this is made in the Far East, this one is made in America. Secondly, this guitar comes in a satin finish, which is like a nitro finish, and this comes in a more thicker polyurethane lacquer. Obviously both guitars come in multiple different finishes. The necks are then slightly different. We have a nitro gloss on this one, which feels just like a vintage Strat, whereas this is kind of like a faux satin feel, like a polyurethane finish. Both have older bodies.
Hey guys, Future Ben here editing this video. I was completely wrong by saying that they both have older bodies. It's only the PRS American version that has an older body, and the SE is made out of poplar. Anyway, let's keep going.
Both have maple necks and both have rosewood fingerboards. Of course, we've got the bird inlays, the same 21 frets, and on the left here we have the 635 JM pickups. Basically, these pickups are like a blend of his 1963 Strat tones and his 1964 Strat. PRS kind of did all of his wizardry and got the best of both worlds and put them into a pickup set. Whereas on the SE, we have like a budget version of them pickups. To my ear, this has more of a hi-fi sound. The pickups are definitely more diverse and have a lot more kind of frequency to them, whereas these are a little bit more muffled, but still sound like a good set of pickups. Fundamentally, this one just has a little bit more character in the tonal department. In terms of the two necks, this one just feels a slightly thicker on the left-hand side. It's got a little bit more of a pronounced middle. And we have a 7.5-inch radius on this one, whereas this is the more modern 8.5. That's really the biggest difference between these two guitars in terms of feel. This one's going to feel like a vintage Strat, whereas this one's going to feel a bit more modern. In terms of tuners, they're extremely similar. They both have the same kind of Tesla-looking buttons, but the American one has locking mechanism, whereas this one's just like a standard tuner. The truss rod covers are slightly different, but this is a very small difference. American Silver Sky comes with a 6-screw tremolo design, just like a Stratocaster, but it obviously has that PRS magic, so it's a little bit better in my opinion, whereas the SE comes with a 2-point trem. But to my knowledge, that's basically the main differences between these two guitars. So now let's move on to my favorite bit, which is the tone comparison. Okay, so let's get straight into the tone demonstration. For today's episode, I'm using the 2-Rock Bloomfield drive on the clean channel, and we're gonna go through all the pickup selections firstly on the clean channel, doing an A-B comparison, and then we're gonna turn on a tube screamer and get rocking. So let's get into the neck pickup tones.
So let's talk about that first comparison. In my opinion, the American Silver Sky has a little bit more of a controlled gain. It's a little bit quieter and a little bit less gain, which obviously works very well for this fingerstyle playing. However, they both sound extremely similar. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, but that was the neck pickup test. I'm running it through the 2-Rock Bloomfield drive, same pedals, same everything pretty much. I'm quite shocked at how similar that sounds. In the room, I thought that the Silver Skies sounded a lot better, but over the recording, they sound very similar. So I think the position 4 tones actually further kind of support my previous statement. I feel like the Silver Sky American one has a lot more of a hi-fi tone. It's a lot lower gain, but it has a lot more dynamic to it. It has a lot more frequency, whether that's highs or lows. It just seems to be a bit more of a exposing pickup, whereas the Silver Sky is a little bit more gainy, and I feel like it's a little bit more forgiving. You tend to find this is a case in like pickup design. The more you spend on pickups, the more honest they are. So that's quite interesting.
So guys, that is the end of this Squealing Pig Guitars video. I really hope you've enjoyed this comparison of the two Silver Skies. Most importantly, let me know in the comment section below which guitar did you think was more worth it for the money. Do you think it's the American one, or do you think it's the Far Eastern made one? Let me know down below. In terms of my final opinion of these two guitars, the American one is definitely the better player. Of course, we're kind of expecting that with that price difference. I much preferred the glossier neck, the slightly thicker neck profile, and the 7.5-inch radius. I also thought that the pickups had a little bit more of everything. It was like hi-fi sound. They were a bit clearer, but they also had a little more bass end. And especially in the middle position, I think this guitar had a really unique voice. I also like the satin finish on this one. It's got a really nice kind of feel to it and generally just feels more high-end. However, the SE Silver Sky I believe to be the best value guitar for under 600, 500 quid, around that mark, especially if you can pick one of these up secondhand around the $499 mark. It's one of the best guitars you can buy for that price. It stays in tune, the neck is nice and thin, it's got a kind of a faux satin feel on it, it's obviously got like a polyurethane feel to it. The frets are always in really good condition. Obviously it's got a slightly flatter radius, but a lot of people would actually prefer that anyway. The pickups sound good, they basically sound a little bit more like a muffled version of these ones here, but it's still a really good pickup set for the money. The hardware is decent quality, the fretwork is immaculate, it's a great guitar from the Far East. So in terms of which guitar played and sound better, I'm going to go for the American PRS, but the one that has the better value is definitely the SE. I could play this SE, and if I'd never played this American one, I'd still be happy with this SE. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you see I actually did a little improvisation video yesterday on this guitar, and I found it so easy to play. It sounds incredible with fuzz tones and all the pedals I usually use. I only realized that this was the better instrument once I started playing it, so it just goes to show that if this is your only guitar, then it's going to be a great guitar, and it's definitely not going to stunt your growth as a player. So that being said, I'm going to give the American PRS around an 8 today, and then I'm going to give the SC a 7.5, which is a very high rating for such a budget guitar. But as always guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you own an SE PRS or a Core Line Silver Sky? Let me know down below. Also, whilst you're down there, make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video. YouTube just added this button called a hype button, so make sure to hit the hype button as well, as I'm sure that'll help us out. And of course, if you're new to Squealing Pig Guitars, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're now over the 10,000 subscriber mark, on our way to 100,000 subscribers, so we could really do with your help getting there. So make sure to hit subscribe. But that is the end of today's video, guys. My name is Ben Keightley. This has been Squealing Pig Guitars, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video. But until then, keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.